Hello, hello, hello. Hi guys. Jai Hind, Jai Hind. Hi Harshika, Jai Hind. Samir. We'll wait for around 4 or 5 minutes for others to join. Till then, you can keep asking your questions. सुनना चाहते हो? What do you want to hear? Yes, whoever is live on the stream right now, you can ask your questions. You can also give me suggestions on what you want to hear. ये बहुत unstructured होने वाला है. I have not prepared anything, so it will be a chill conversation. Dream Academy IMA Samir, all the best. If you do well, you will go to your Dream Academy. Shiv 1507, Jai Hind. When is NDA video coming? Yeah, I'm really sorry because it's getting delayed every day. I've thought of releasing it a long time ago. अभी तक shoot भी नहीं किया because all these things have come up at the same time. I've been caught up with college assignments. अभी I'm at ITC Hotels to give an interview for IIM Calcutta. ये है, I have GMAT exam coming. I have this mountaineering course upcoming. So many things have drawn my time. I'm not getting time to shoot a long form video for NDA per se, but I'll try and do it as early as possible. But अभी कोई timeline promise नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. I'll do it at the earliest. I keep getting these DMs, comments, DMs about NDA long form video. I'll do it really soon. Apologies for the delay. Oh, excited for Pune meetup? Yes, even I'm excited. Tuesday evening, let's meet in Pune, Shivaji Nagar. Shashank Gowda, hi buddy, Jai Hind. Sounds hectic, sir. Hope you are having a good time. Yeah, yeah, having a good time, but not getting time for other commitments like this NDA video. I want to do videos on AFCAT, CDST upcoming, all those as well, but time nahi mil raha. How to start preparation for CDS exam and get recommended in SSB in the first attempt. The CDS exam, I've already created a good long form video, around 23-24 minutes. Ka. I've broken down syllabus, kahan se hai, which books are the best to refer. I've shared my own strategies, which I used to employ during my preparation. Uh, Written exam, ka, there are a lot of academies, there are so many teachers out there who teach you how to prepare. Written exams remain the same. You have given so many exams in your school, college, board exams, competitive exams. So this is one such exam. Bas. Thoda syllabus vast hai and there's some pressure of having so many competitors with you. That is all. It's another exam for you. So the strategy remains the same. Go through previous year papers, try to analyze what patterns, where questions are coming from, where to study from. There are a lot of YouTube videos, lot of websites who give you insights on previous year papers. You can use AI to analyze all the previous year papers and give you a breakdown of where to study from. I have also told standard set of books which are best in those subjects, so refer to them. Basics, if you are clear on, if you know all the concepts, then you can start revising, preparing short notes, giving mock tests every week. All these are things which you do for any competitive exam, and that is what you will do for CDS as well. Getting recommended in your first attempt, see, if you have all the qualities required, bachpan say, if you have led a kind of lifestyle which has inculcated all those officer like qualities in you, then you don't need any special preparation. You can just go directly and show your potential and you will get recommended Sida. But for most of us, those qualities are somewhere lacking. In some aspects, we are not up to the mark. So you need to first analyze where you are lacking. So you know all the qualities, you know how they are tested in the SSB, what all tests come, and how do they take a final decision on who is fit, who is unfit. So ये basic knowledge internet पे है. So now you should analyze yourself where uh, which qualities you are good in, which qualities you are not so good in, and then start working on both. If you have some strengths, you further strengthen them. If you have weaknesses, you start working on them to get rid of the weakness to some extent at least. So yeah, that is how you continue with your preparation. Firstly, self-awareness, and then working on your weaknesses. That's the basic part. And specific to SSB tasks that come, psychology tests you can practice with a timer. You can see what kind of responses you are giving. Are they desirable responses? For GTO tasks, you need to improve on your physical fitness. You need to be good in a group context, both indoors and outdoors. You should be cooperative. You should put the group's interests ahead of your personal own interests. So all these qualities you should have naturally. तभी वहाँ पे replicate होंगे. And for the SSB tasks specifically, you can have practice. You can have online or offline practice with your peers, with other aspirants. It's a very close knit community, a very big community in India, all the defense aspirants. So make connections, have online and offline practice sessions with them for anything, for lecture, GD, GP, even the outdoor tasks. You can practice with your peers. A personal interview के लिए again, you should know everything that you are filling in your PIQ. You should know your life very well. You should know your strengths and weaknesses. All the decisions that you have taken in life, you should be clear on them. And you should have basic awareness of the profession you are applying for. You should be good in GK. Situational awareness thoda honi chahiye. If they ask spontaneous questions, you should be not taken aback. And you should be able to handle stress. You should be having a cheerful attitude and just talk to the interviewing officer in a formal way. That is all. That is how personal interview goes. Psych tests again with time practice, with basic introspection, with after getting it evaluated by some mentor or you evaluating it yourself based on all the insights you get from online sources, you improve. That is all. Mostly 90% of your preparation should be on improving your qualities, improving your lifestyle, improving your overall personality. And 10% maybe should be on all these tasks, like tests, GTO tests, personal interview, and all. Yeah, that is ideally how you clear CDS and get recommended in your very first attempt. अगर नहीं हुआ तो you will come back, you will introspect each task, how it went, where you could have done better, and overall as a person, what strengths and weaknesses you displayed. So you start working on them further and go for your next attempt with a better preparation. So that is all. That's how SLB preparation goes. Someone's asking, how young are you? I'm 27 years young. Yeah. Favorite moment in the academy, and also how was your first day in the academy? Yeah, some interesting question after a long time. First day of academy. This was 8th October 2020. So almost 6 years now. Uh, we entered during COVID times. So this was 2020 October, if you remember, was first wave of COVID when the entire country was locked down. So first we entered academy, we were wearing masks, face shield, carrying sanitizers. So these were those days, and we were given the rapid test for वो COVID positive या negative check करने के लिए. It took around 15-20 minutes for those results to come, and in the meantime we were interacting with each other. We were feeling a little nervous also because new environment, everyone is staring at you as if you have done some crime. You are the new lot, the fresher lot who is coming into academy, and you will be screwed the most, trained the most in the next 6 months or so. So people are excited to have these young innocent civilian faces in the academy who they can screw and make men out of these boys. So वो माहौल था. COVID test खत्म हो गया, and we were all COVID negative, and we were told to enter our respective battalions. So I was given Karyappa Battalion, Kohima Company, the oldest company in IMA, the one with the richest and most decorated legacy. So yeah, our company is right opposite to Captain Vikram Batra Mess. The main cadets mess of IMA is called Vikram Batra Mess, and our company is situated right opposite to it. So while going itself on the right, I was seeing Vikram Batra Mess, and on the left is our company, Kohima Company, and we call ourselves Kohima Killers, and we kill whatever we do. So yeah, we entered. 6 of us entered the hallowed portals of कोहिमा कंपनी करियप्पा बटालियन इंडियन मिलिट्री एकेडमी. वहाँ पे something very very funny happened. So first we were told to do 20 push-ups outside on our knuckles to enter, the killer's den. You need to earn it. You need to have some respect to the, legacy the company holds. So you can't walk like just like that. So at least do 20 push-ups to get into the academy. Some second term or senior came and he made us do push-ups. Our push-ups were really bad. I thought I could do 20 push-ups, but all my push-ups were counted as zero because I was doing a very wide arm. तो पूरा body नीचे नहीं जा रहा था. Only my upper body, the head, neck, until the chest was going down. So that is not counted as a push-up at all. But at that time, I was not aware, so I did whatever ada push-ups or quarter push-ups you can call. 20 of them I did, and the others were a little physically better than me, so they did better push-ups. And we were escorted inside the company. The six of us, remember this number six. And then seniors started asking all kinds of questions. What are your hobbies? What do you do? Do you have a girlfriend? How many girlfriends did you have? What's your favorite category of porn? Who's your favorite porn star? What recent movies have you seen? Sing a song, do a dance move, everything that a senior can do to make fun of you, to make life miserable for you. They were doing. They were having a lot of fun. Ragging juniors. उसको ragging नहीं बोल सकते. It's part of initial interaction. It's training. But yeah, in civilian lingo, if you want to call it, it's kind of ragging only. तो वो सब चल रहा था, and this one guy amongst the six of us started giving a lot of doubts to the seniors. I am not here to do all these things. I'm not here to entertain you people. I am so and so serving colonel's son, and I can get you all, screwed right now if I decide to call my father and tell about all these things. Academy is supposed to be disciplined. Why are you making fun of us? You should behave as responsible seniors. ये वो बहुत सुना रहा था, and the seniors were also getting pissed off. And beach mein they were telling, if you don't control this guy, then all six of you will be tortured the entire night, and this will go on till this guy shuts his mouth. But this guy went on and on and on, and he was blabbering all kinds of nonsense to the seniors. Beach mein he was saying these things also. I didn't expect Dehradun to be this hot. I want an AC in my room. I don't know. I need to get it installed in the next 1 or 2 days. I'll pay for it. Get an AC installed in my cabin. बहुत entitled things he was saying, and we were also getting afraid कि यार ये कौन है, ऐसे बंदा कैसे recommend हो गया and यहाँ पे कैसे आ गया. We'll also get screwed the entire first term because of this one guy. We were also cursing him कि भाई चुप हो जा, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, we were talking, and the seniors were also warning us, take him aside, tell him that if he doesn't shut his mouth, life will be miserable for all of you next 3 4 months. These were third termers. These people were about to pass out in the next 3 months. So December 2020 course mein they were about to pass out, and they were telling ki we are here for the next 3 months, and these 3 months will be very miserable for all of you if this guy doesn't, change his ways. So we dragged him into a cabin in private, told him, ki, bhai, Sudarja, don't do all these things. We are supposed to, be obedient to the seniors. That is where you learn. That's how you form bonds. ये वो बहुत सुना रहा था मैं उसको. फिर after all these things also he was behaving like that. He was talking to the seniors with a attitude. Then the seniors were really pissed off, and they took him inside a nearby cabin, and they took 2 3 hockey sticks with them and started giving thap 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 बड़े बड़े आवाज आ रही थी from that room. So we were sure this guy is getting hit a lot. वो बहुत चिल्ला भी रहा था out of pain. All this we were seeing, and we were also afraid कि अगला हमारा ही होगा. After this guy, they'll call us also and do the same treatment. So we were all trembling, and we could not stop also because these all 20 25 seniors are in front of us. We can't go fight and stop. As academy training, I thought होती है ऐसे. Hitting is also part of training. So okay, we were standing there. We were requesting them not to beat him. Please, sir, we'll change him. We'll do anything that it takes to, discipline him. Please don't hit him. He's fresh in this environment. ये वो बोल रहे थे. After around 2 3 minutes, they all came out. The people who went inside the room, and this guy was properly limping, holding his bum. It felt like people had hit him very hard on his bum and back. So he was in full pain. ऐसे आवाज करते करते बाहर आया. in full pain. And then he stood in the line where we were standing, all the first timers. And he was still cursing the seniors. You guys hit me a lot, so I'll make sure this gets escalated. I'll get you guys, relegated, taken out from the academy. Oh, he was not calming down. And then he was not able to stand in Savdan also because of all the pain, all the hitting he got from those hockey sticks. And then one of our seniors told, at least stand in Savdan and then talk all this nonsense. What a soldier you will be if you cannot stand after a few hits on your body. If you cannot stand straight, then you don't get to speak all these big, big things. At least try to stand straight and then talk to us. I was saying then he was trying to stand and he was unable to. Savdan mein khada nahi ho raha tha. So they told us, hey, make this guy stand in Savdan. Let him speak with a manly, proper attitude without crying like this. And then probably we may listen to whatever complaints he's having bola. So we were all huddled up and teaching him how to stand in Savdan. He straight arm honi chahiye, chest out, chin up, proper back straight, arms touched to your thighs on the side. ये सब बोल के सिखा रहे थे and then all prank came to an end. And this guy, this person who we were teaching, this specimen junior first timer, was actually a third timer. So all this while they were playing a prank on us, and this guy walked out with his nice military swagger, and he stood in front of us along with all the other third timers standing opposite. And then he told, "अच्छा, तुम मुझे सावधान में खड़ा होना सिखाओगे? मैं अब सिखाता हूँ" करके they made us do मुर्गा मुर्गी for a few times. And yeah, that's how we were also surprised ki, how come this guy is a third termer. So all that was a prank. Actually, five of us came to the academy to Koima company that term. The sixth guy was an imposter. He came as if he was a first termer, but he was actually in third term. And yeah, that's how we were fooled on the first day. And then all seniors came, welcomed us into academy, and they told this was a initiative by the third termers to make the first memory of IMA special for us. So it's a very crazy thing that happened. Abhi, this story I'll remember for the rest of my life because that was the first time ever I went into academy. So seniors take it very personally, make it a point to take care of you. Although they are also the people who torture you the most because they know the importance of training. We say this statement, na, the more you train in peace, the less you bleed in war. It holds a lot of value in military context, especially. So yeah, they train us a lot. They make us work a lot, suffer a lot, so that when we actually take on the responsibilities of an officer, we are the best officers the army has ever seen. So yeah, that's how the first welcome happened. First day of academy was this. A lot of other such memorable incidents, anecdotes to share. But yeah, this was the first day in IMA. And later, this senior used to taunt me all the time. तू ही था ना जो सबसे ज्यादा सिखा रहा था मुझे. You were the guy who scolded me a lot, wanted me to stand in Savdan, wanted me to behave myself. ठीक है मैं तुम्हें सिखाता हूँ. Next 2 months I'll be taking personal interest in you and teaching you a lot of things. So be ready करके he taunted me a lot, and we became good acquaintances later. अभी I've lost a little touch with this particular senior, but many of his course mates I am still in touch. So yes, that's how first day happened. और क्या फेवरेट मोमेंट्स और बहुत थे. फेवरेट मोमेंट्स इन एकेडमी यार, इन द फर्स्ट टर्म स्पेशली ना, देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स व्हिच यू डू फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन योर लाइफ. जैसे आई हैव नेवर डन हॉर्स राइडिंग. फर्स्ट टर्म में बेसिक हॉर्स राइडिंग होती है जिसमें यू आर सिटिंग ऑन अ हॉर्स बैक फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. यू आर slowly learning how to control a horse. First walking से शुरू होती है. It's called trot, basic trotting, and then you will go, cantering, galloping, whatnot. But very basic things. First, sitting on a horse, seeing that view, getting that feel. वो एक अच्छा royal feel है ना, to sit on a horse and ride it. So that experience, and first time when you fire, that's also a very special experience because how should I put this? I've never been in NCC. I've never been with any weapons around me. I've never seen a gun in my real life. First time holding itself was a very special thing. And first time you don't get to fire directly. You learn a lot of indoor subjects. उसमें firing is also one of them. So they teach you all the parts of a weapon. कहाँ से bullet आती है? How do you handle? Very basics of where the safety is. All the drills on how to fire what position to fire, all those things they teach. And then after 2 or 3 classes of indoor training, you get to fire your first, bullet. So it started with Insas rifle for us. Insas rifle, a very beautiful weapon. So we were standing in a line, so firing party होती है, एक line में आते हैं, and there's a trench, and behind the trench there are these sandbags kept. So you lie down and you position yourself well, and you fire. So all that is already taught. Foresight और backside को कैसे मिलाना है, target को कैसे देखना है, trigger कितना दबाना है, and सांस कैसे control करना है, how to control your breath. All these are already taught, so you are ready. You are ready for your first, shot. So that when you fire your first bullet, na, so यहाँ पे you are supporting the weapon, right? So the weapon is in this position. So the butt is against your right shoulder, and you are thoda sa you are bent in your head, and you are looking at the target through the foresight and backside. Actually, you are not looking at the target, you are looking at the foresight only. Because एक बार target को देख लिया, फिर you have to focus back on the sight of the weapon. So you are looking at that, and while pressing the trigger for the first time, you get a very high feel. Ki finally, I am firing a weapon, a live weapon. If a person is standing on the opposite, he'll be killed. That's a very good. I don't know. It's a great manly feeling, and of course, a womanly feeling also. But it's a वो है यार, it's something else because you have seen everything in movies and you've always been fantasized with guns, weapons, but this is the time you are getting to fire one for yourself. So एंड वो जब ट्रिगर दबाते हो, एक तो वो अलग फील है कि यार फाइनली आई एम इन द आर्मी, आई एम फायरिंग वेपन्स वो, एंड व्हेन यू प्रेस द ट्रिगर हल्का सा रिकॉइल फील होती है, द वेपन जर्क्स यू इन द शोल्डर ना, when that happens you feel awesome. So the weapon recoil hits you and you feel ki yes, I've done something great. So yeah, that's the first time I felt really good. So that was another moment. First time swimming nahi hua tha first time mein, but first time swimming was in third term. So because first term and second term the swimming pool was closed. I told you right, it was COVID times. So वो swimming नहीं हुआ था, and first time I entered the pool also I was very terrified. वो अच्छा moment नहीं था by the way, but it was a special moment because I had a lot of fear to enter water, and somehow I went and I was drowned for some time, and then they told me थोड़ा कुछ नहीं होता, we are all here to protect you and don't feel afraid and all they told. And then धीरे धीरे करके they started teaching basics of swimming. That was another special moment. First time you wear the uniform, how can I forget that? As soon as you enter academy, in the first 1 2 days itself, you are given all your basic uniforms and kitting. So you prepare your uniform, and first time you wear combats only because wo other uniform you need some time to prepare, and seniors teach you how to prepare the uniform as well. But combats are easy, simple jungle boots and regular uh, combat upper and lower. So when you wear that for the first time, man, that's an undescribable feeling. You finally have arrived. You are in that academy wearing that uniform, something that you dreamt for a long, long time, especially a hardcore repeater like me. I had given 5 attempts in SSB, fifth attempt I got recommended, and this was my dream. This is where I wanted to be. This is the profession I wanted to be in. So that feeling that you are wearing the uniform, you are in the service of the nation and the best academy ever, the Indian Military Academy. So wearing that uniform, which has the IMA colors on your shoulder and the crisp, sharp combats, it's a different feeling. So yeah, all these moments you get to experience, especially in your first term. Second term, there are some other highs when you win competitions, when you do something for your company, for your academy. All those start from end of second term, end of first term, say second term. Tak. Yeah, these were the a few best moments. There are a lot of others, but वो बोलते जाऊंगा तो 2 घंटे इधर ही खत्म हो जाएंगे. So let's go to the next question. What resources to use for international current affairs? Yeah, these monthly magazines will cover international affairs also. ऐसे कोई specific नहीं है. There are some good YouTube channels which cover geopolitics and world affairs. BBC you can follow. Uh, I'm not exactly sure of which other channels to recommend because some news channels are also biased. I'm not recommending any such channels, but you can research on your own, whichever suits your learning style. You can. I am not a big fan of international current affairs. I don't follow them regularly. I read the newspaper. That also a few sections, mostly business, sports, and national news and editorial. I read international sometimes when something major happens. I go through. So I'm not really sure on which are the best sources. But yeah, newspaper is your best source for anything, even international current affairs for that matter. The Hindu, the Indian Express are really good. You can refer to those only. रगड़ा in IMA, oh my god, yes. Very interesting topic again. First term में रगड़ा कैसे होती है? You are already there in the academy, but you are not up to those physical standards, right? Because you have led a civilian life all your 15, 16, 18, 20, 22 years, whatever. Unless you are from a Sainik school, unless you are from NCC background or something, you have just been into academics, been into some basic sports, and you have mostly written exams, come to the academy through SSB interview. So physically intensive cheeses you have not experienced in life. So it hits very hard when you start doing them for the first time. Especially running. Running is something you cannot enjoy. तुम जितना भी बोल लो रनिंग में मजा आता है. Towards the later stages when you are already a good runner, you'll start enjoying it. But initially when you are not able to run at all and people are forcing you to run, it's a very difficult feeling. Uh, you just have to, you know, push your body to run. Okay, there are some guests here. Is it okay if I talk? Okay. So yeah, running was a very difficult thing, and ragda mein zyadatar touch and back, run, touch an object and come back, push-ups, rolling, pull-ups, knee touches, helicopters, maharajas, all these kind of funny positions and names to all the ragda. There are interesting names to these. I was surprised when I heard them for the first time because I was not aware of these terms. So egg roll is basically you go on doing front roll in a circle. So front roll, front roll, front roll, front roll, karte karte you form a circle, right? Or you do a front roll, you turn back and do a front roll, turn back and do another front roll. So continuous front rolls is called egg roll. And cream roll is one front roll, one back roll, one front roll, one back roll. So wo karte karte that's called cream roll. Maharaja is basically you standing on your leg and your head, and both your arms are locked behind your back. It's very difficult initially, तो neck पे बहुत pain होती है. धीरे धीरे you get accustomed to it, you do it. And many other things. There are at least 100 types of different push-ups you can do. So all those are also part of Ragda. Your frog, alligator, ये वो बहुत अलग-अलग नामें होती है, and even now I cannot recall all those. Those many varieties of punishments were there. And it's not punishment also, it's training. It's for you to toughen your mind and body. Yeah, all those used to happen on a regular basis. One very interesting punishment is this. In fact, two. एक पट्टी parade है, which if you have been in NCC, you must already be aware. The patti parade is where you get to change into different uniforms in very limited time, and you keep reporting in different places. So let's say you are in the parade ground, वहाँ पे reporting हुई, and from there you have to, whichever uniform you are in, the senior will give you very little time, let's say 3 minutes. You have to quickly go into your cabin, change into the uniform he told, hurry up back and stand in the same position and give a report. The course senior will go give a report whether all set in the uniform given. And usually वो नहीं होता because 3 minutes is a very unrealistic time to go all the way to your first floor or second floor cabin, fully change from head to toe, you change your shoe, trouser, upper, everything, right? So 3 minutes is a very unrealistic time. But they give it to you on purpose. They give it very difficult. So you go, you change into the dress, you come back, and whatever you were wearing, you throw it on your bed or on the floor. So उतना time नहीं होता fold करके अच्छे से रखने के लिए. So you come back, you stand in the next uniform. Fair, sometime they'll have fun. They'll make you do some physical stuff, or they'll keep verbally abusing you, and then they'll tell you the next uniform. So you go running again. You change into the next. You throw all that you were wearing again on the table, on the bed, on the floor. You change into the next rig, and you come running back. And इतना fast paced होती है, you are exhausted with all the running, with all the hurry worry में changing. So sometimes your uniform may miss something, कि जूता गलत पहन लिया या iron नहीं है या कुछ भी ऐसे गलती पकड़ लेते हैं, and for that you get more punishment while standing there. And then the next, and then the next, and then the next, ऐसे ही होती रहती है. At least 10-15 uniforms they make you change, and by the time you go back to your room after this punishment, all your room is a mess. You have all uniforms lying around in a shabby manner. You then arrange them. You spend another half an hour to 1 hour setting up all your uniforms for the next day. All your time has been killed. All your efforts have of setting those uniforms have been pre-initiated. So ये होती है पट्टी परेड, जिसमें बहुत मजा भी आता है बिकॉज यू आर डूइंग इट इन अ ग्रुप. यू आर डूइंग इट विथ योर बॉयज, विथ योर कोर्स मेट्स. सो मजा भी आता है बट बहुत डिस्कस भी होती है आफ्टर सम टाइम कि यार कितना और करवाएंगे. So that's one. Another very special punishment unique to IMA is Masuri nights. If someone has heard of this, very good. But otherwise, very very interesting winter punishment in IMA. I'll tell you how it goes. So this was peak of winter. I think beginning of January, around that time, late December or beginning of January. I don't recall exactly कब था. We were first termers and second termers, third termers. Hai. My course mates who are ex-NDAs hadn't come to IMA till then. They were either still in NDA or they had just passed out of NDA and they were in their term break before coming for second term in IMA. So some third termers called us in the middle of the night. This was around 2 a.m. when we were sleeping. They called us out, and this is peak winter. To give you context, you are in full winter clothing. Thermals है, उसके ऊपर regular shirt है, उसके ऊपर you have a sweater, and you are wearing all these balaclava covering your ears, and you are sleeping nicely in your warm quilts. And they call you out. It's already very cold, so going out itself is a torture. And then they tell you to strip off one by one. तो स्वेटर निकालो, फिर शर्ट निकालो, फिर इनरवेयर निकालो. नॉट इनरवेयर एज इन नॉट योर शॉर्ट्स बट योर अपर इनरवेयर. So you get rid of all those, and this is around 1 degree, 0 degree, -1 sometimes. But that day, I think it was 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. They make you strip off, and you are not wearing any footwear also, by the way. So you are just in your shorts and otherwise naked. So बहुत ज्यादा ठंड होती है. You should experience it to understand how it feels. It's extremely cold. You start shivering. You start, feeling that extreme cold in your body. तो यहाँ तक टॉर्चर खत्म नहीं होता. They start telling jokes. They start teasing you. They start taunting you. All those things keep happening. And during this time, they tell you to get your buckets of water. So you get your buckets filled. And imagine this is 1 degrees, 0 degrees temperature in Dehradun. Water feels like ice. If you have ever taken a cold bath, that too in a hill station in peak winter, you'll understand where this torture is going. So they'll tell you to bring your, water buckets filled cold water, and then they'll start telling you to empty it. So पूरा bucket ऐसे उठा के you'll have to do वो ice bucket challenge याद है? So that happens in reality. यहाँ पे ice नहीं है, यहाँ पे पानी है, तब भी it feels like ice because it's 0 degrees, 1 degrees outside, and the water is also really cold at midnight, 2:30 in the night. So it's terrible. I can't tell you how it feels when you pour water on your body. It feels like अंदर से आत्मा रो देती है तुम्हारी. So that's how the first one bucket you goes, and then they'll make you stand in that cold. At least pouring water ke time pe you feel extreme cold, but afterwards when you are standing, when the water is getting evaporated from your body, it's even more colder. You experience what is called frostbite. So frostbite, to explain to you, is if you have thousands of needles just pricking your skin all over your body, that's how frostbite will feel. You can feel the cold right until your bone. एकदम अंदर तक you will feel trembling. एक तो वो उंगलियां फील नहीं होती. You can't touch anything and feel the object. इतना ठंड से वो numb हो चुकी है. All your fingers and overall your body. So that level of cold you experience in the late nights of Dehradun in IMA. And it's called Masuri nights for a reason. So after all this, दो तीन बार ये buckets का हो गया पानी की कार्रवाई, and then seniors start interacting with you in a way, again teasing fun way itself. So they tell you things like, so academy mein the punishment is happening in a parade ground from where there's a direct view of Masuri. So around 40-50 kilometers दूर में you see these mountains, the hill stations of Masuri. So वहाँ पे there are a lot of glimmering lights here and there, which are the hotels, the resorts, the places where couples are having their honeymoons usually. In Masuri winters लोग और क्या करते हैं? Academy में हम चुद रहे हैं वहाँ पे they are enjoying honeymoon. So that's the context, and these seniors will start teasing you, saying if you are feeling too cold, too unbearably cold, you can just imagine what people are doing in Missouri at this time. They are having, they are making love to their partners. They are having a great time, feeling the warmth of each other, and you are here stuck with me, a terrible senior who is making life hell for you. So you can at least imagine that you are with your girlfriend, you are with your dream heroine, dream porn star, whoever, and imagine that you are on bed with her and feel the warmth that you can experience. So they tease you, they make you do all these things just to make it fun while torturing you. So yeah, you can imagine your favorite heroine while doing this punishment and try to generate some heat inside your body. So that's why it's called Masuri nights. You look at Masuri, you imagine you are doing something and imagine ही कर सकते हो कुछ नहीं कर सकते academy में while being in training. So that's how Masuri nights happen. So Patti Parade and Masuri nights are very interesting punishments in first term of IMA. So रगड़ा और भी बहुत होती है अभी. I don't want to continue talking about it. थोड़ा ज़्यादा boring हो जाएगा. In fact, it's not boring. I can keep talking, but let's take other questions towards the end if we still have time. We'll come back to ragda stories. Uh, has anyone snuck out, tried to sneak out from the academy? Sneak out तो हमारे term में in our course no one did because फायदा नहीं था बाहर जाके भी क्या करोगे. It's all locked down. So you can't go out on dates. You can't go. There were some locals. There were a few course mates from Dehradun, from nearby parts of Uttarakhand, and even they didn't try to sneak out from academy as such because ex-NDS had just come from their term break, so उनको इतना वो नहीं था, desperation नहीं था to sneak out. That's an adventure which people did in their third term. In our third term, it happened. Yes, one guy got caught. He was found to be at the एक वो होती है. There's a periphery on the back side of IMA जहाँ पे we go for our punishment runs and all. तो वहाँ पे there's a huge compound. उसके ऊपर fencing भी है, but this guy somehow managed to cross, and on the other side his girlfriend had come to meet him. So this was third term, so people are a little liberal to third termers. So he chose to do this dare, and midnight कोई ड्यूटी संतरी को दिख गया and he was caught. He was reported to the adjutant. बहुत punishments मिले उसको, but yeah, people have tried to sneak out and uh, meet their girlfriend, meet their, I don't know, friends, go out on liberty, fake liberties, and it happens, and it's all worth the punishments ना. एक बार ये कर लिया, adventure story है, जिंदगी भर बोल सकते हो मैंने IMA से sneak out किया. But I didn't do it personally. I never snuck out of the academy, but I did something riskier by keeping a phone throughout my training, which is not recommended. Honestly, people whoever are watching this, don't take inspiration from me because I had to face a lot of punishment, lot of ragda, formal and informal, for keeping a phone, especially in my first term and second term. Third term जाने के बाद थोड़ा liberal हो जाती है, तो you can still manage, but first two terms में don't try to sneak in a smartphone or any other phone for that matter. So yeah, all those photos that you see on Instagram that I post are taken from my phone, which is very risky. Room के अंदर also there are a lot of ways to hide your phone whenever there's a check. Phone पकड़ी नहीं जानी चाहिए. So we had these extra eatables kept in ना. तो मेरे पास एक whey protein का डब्बा था. So I had kept my phone inside a plastic pouch, or Ziploc cover, and kept it inside the whey protein and covered it up with protein. तो कभी-कभी जब भी, and usually you don't get time to take out your phone, text, call, उतना time मिलता ही नहीं है. रात को you come late after all your punishments, and then bed will seem like an eye candy to you. You go fuck off to bed. But I was foolish enough to keep a phone and use it late at nights even after all these punishments. तो एक बार पकड़ा गया. While talking to someone on phone midnight, तो थोड़ा आवाज आती है ना, especially when the entire academy is dead silent, lights out के बाद हल्का सा आवाज आती है. Even if you are talking in a very very feeble whispering voice also, हल्का सा आवाज आती है रूम के बाहर. Some senior heard it and they called me out and took my phone away, and then वहां से punishment start हुए. बहुत भयंकर हुए थे. 3-4 days I was screwed continuously for keeping a phone, that too in my first term. फिर सेकंड टर्म में भी एक बार पकड़ा गया. थर्ड टर्म में 2 बार पकड़े गए. तो वेरी वेरी स्टूपिड ऑफ मी फॉर कीपिंग इट इज नॉट एन ऑफेंस. ऑफेंस अब क्या बोलूं. देयर आर पनिशमेंट्स टू इट. इट्स नॉट अलाउड, बट If you are smart enough, you can still keep it and not get caught. But I was stupid. दो तीन बार पकड़ा गया and I got really bad punishments for it. Restrictions भी होती है. Restrictions are formal punishments that you get if the phone gets put up to the official channels, and that also happened multiple times. Oh, Captain Tushar Sapra, Anmol Gurung, yeah, yeah. Tushar was in our battalion itself. He was the parade commander for our POP. You all must know Tushar Sapra. Photo तो देखा होगा, बहुत famous हुआ है. So he was the parade commander of 149th course IMA when we passed out. एंड वो ब्लू पेट्रोल में बंदा स्वॉर्ड लेके कमांड्स दे रहा है. हमारा कोर्स काफी पॉपुलर हुआ था ऑन सोशल मीडिया, सो यू ऑल मस्ट हैव सीन हिम. He is my course mate and he is currently serving in infantry. Yeah, I know him. Anmol Gurung sir, yes, ex ACC, he was our academy cadet adjutant. Tushar Sapra was our BO, Karyappa battalion under officer tha, and Anmol sir was our ACA. Yeah, we know them personally and we have trained with them. Very good, inspirational people. Yeah, know them. और क्या? Have you? What was the next question? What was the next question? Okay. How to start CDS preparation? बोल दिया. Sneaking out of academy हो गया. Did you have सभी की cup in your batch, sir? How did it go? नहीं यार, this was COVID times, right? So inter academy competitions were halted for a while. Bakshi Cup ये सब नहीं हुए थे during our times. Uh, these competitions didn't go in our course, so sadly didn't get to experience them. How NCC will help in SSB interview, because I'm also an NCC cadet, will get C certificate soon. It helps in a way that you are already in that military training environment. You have interacted with a lot of people. You have your mentors in your commanding officer itself. Your NCC battalion commanders are usually serving colonels, lieutenant colonels. So you have guidance ready, and you've been motivated, you've been trained in that environment already, so you have basic awareness compared to a person who has not done any training, who is not aware of this at all. You have a slight advantage because you have more awareness, you have displayed motivation already by completing basic NCC training. So that way it helps, and it inculcates a lot of good qualities in you, right? So the training is rigorous. It teaches you resilience. It teaches you how to push yourself in adversities, and you also learn how to behave in a group. You lead some camps if you get to take some positions of responsibility, like you become a sergeant, you become a JEO, SEO. You have learned a lot of things about leadership, about managing things, basic things which an officer does. You have done a small version of it in your NCC, so that helps. That helps in your SSB in terms of your personality building. It would have added value. Otherwise, just for having NCC experience and having a certificate with you, it does not give you any brownie points in SSB. It's your qualities, your how well you have used that NCC experience to your benefit and improved yourself. That will count. Yeah, that way it does help. Please tell us about your love story, how it started. Abhi nahi yaar. That has a sad ending na, so I don't want to uh, make you all cry. But it was good when it lasted. So, kabhi aur, maybe next time. Now we'll talk about things which are helpful for aspirants only. लव स्टोरी कौन है भाई? आशिक कितनी बार पूछा है. शिव 1507. अपना बताओ भाई. नेक्स्ट टाइम वी कम लाइव, यू कम एंड टेल योर लव स्टोरी फर्स्ट. एकदम स्पैम ही कर रखा है कमेंट्स में कि टेल योर लव स्टोरी सर, टेल योर लव स्टोरी सर. ओके. Is it very competitive in academy? Yeah, when you are competing against other companies, you are trained to kill or die for your own company, for your own people. It is intense, it is competitive, but not in a sense ki you are competing against each other, but in good spirit. In sports, in drill, in any competition, even in academics, it is company to company competition. And even amongst yourself, it's very healthy competition within the company. Let's say in Kohima company, we used to compete with each other when we were on our running practices in our PT. But primarily, like 90-95% of your competition is with yourself. What you were yesterday, your competition is with that guy. So yeah, you need to get better every day, and that's the only competition you need to be good at in academy or anywhere in life. It's only competition versus yourself. Against others, yeah, as I told, in terms of your physical fitness, in terms of all the activities that you do, firing, horse riding, swimming, PT, camps, everywhere you are competing for yourself and for your company. Yeah, there is competition. But as I told, the biggest competition is always with yourself, with the older version of yourself. So, yeah. Okay, okay. Uh, as per your experience, can DE compete to the level of XNDA? Do that too if we don't have armed forces background? Yes, yes. I've seen many direct entry people, officer cadets, gentlemen cadets coming in and doing great uh, in the armed forces. I myself defeated a lot of NDA people in cross country runs in PT. Yeah, you do improve a lot given the time you get in your first term. Very limited time, 5 6 months only you get in your first term to reach the level of training they have reached in 3 years. But everything is possible. But honestly speaking, credits to the intense training these people have done in NDA ACC. They are comparatively better in physical aspects in sports. In academics, you have an edge. The direct entries have an edge in academics because you are either fresh out of college or coming from some work experience, which is not military. So you are a little more, you know, वो academically better. एनडीए में बहुत ज्यादा फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग होती है एंड या if you have a strict comparison, many of ex-NDAs are really good in academics also. But you have an edge there. You have not trained so much that you have got disgusted with studies. So you can do better in acads. Uh, that's where you can compete. And physical terms also many. In fact, in our first term, before we reported the term previous to us, the academy record was broken by a direct entry senior. Cross country run mein he had set the academy record. Uh, he was a direct entry chap. So yeah, it's always possible. Exceptions, वो exception थे, but overall in terms of physical standards at least, XNDAs and XSCCs are better than DEs. But towards the end of academy, everyone comes on the same level. You have 1.5 years total, and they have a total of 4 years. So overall they get a little easy also, right? So they have already done so much of training. So academy is a little tougher for Ds because you are the one putting in more efforts, improving yourself more. Yeah, you do compete with them, but to some extent they have an upper edge. Okay. Day-to-day routine in the army. All right. First, let's talk about IMA. How day-to-day routine was. Depending on whether it's summer or winter, you wake up at around 5:30 ish. You do your morning routine. You in Koima there was this senior. He was my overstudy as well. SEO. I don't want to name him. A very dynamic, close officer. So he used to give us extra PT before we actually reported for PT. So PT is usually from 6 in the morning. So you report there at around 5:50. But this guy used to make us wake up at like 4:30, 4:45, and make us do one round of PT first outside his cabin. Basic push-ups, squats, different types of rolling ये वो करवाते थे to get you warmed up, to get you prepared for going to PT. तो सुबह उठ के PT में जाना ही is a very difficult thing. You are stuck to your bed, especially after the previous day's training. But थोड़ा especially the Ds, only the first timers who came, we were physically not that good. I told you when I came in, I couldn't do even one proper push-up. So it will take time, right? So they had to make us do a little extra PT. So morning we used to wake up, do that informal PT. Our senior used to make us do, and then we used to go in our respective squads, take our bicycles, and go to the PT area. फिर regular PT होती है for around 1 hour, a little more than 1 hour in fact. But yeah, you report at around 5:50, 6 to 7 you do PT or drill, depending on what the schedule is for that day. You either do 1 hour of PT or drill. Drill is actually far more intense than PT because you are एक तो वार्म अप में बहुत मुश्किल होती है. You are wearing those drill boots, the heavy boots, and you are stamping your feet like anything. And you also run, you carry your rifle, do a lot of things which look not so intensive, but they are uh, really tough compared to PT. Yeah, 1 hour of proper sweating on the ground or on the drill parade ground. and you come back, you change, you have your uh, breakfast. Again, funny story, breakfast you get to do only if you have really quickly taken bath and changed and gone, because otherwise 8:30 or 8:15, 8:20, depending on the day schedule, your indoor classes will start. So you have come back from PT by around 7:30 to your cabin. So you have really less time to take bath, change, set your uniform, prepare all the things which you want for that day's training. And all these places are far away from each other. Your company, your dining area, your PT ground, your drill ground, all these are a few kilometers apart. So you are traveling on bicycles all across. While managing that, you are also taking care of any other things, personal things that you have. Yeah, it is a little intense, and you never skip breakfast. That's the most important meal. So we used to have this statement in IMA: "Service before self." होती है ना, the tagline or the motto of the Indian Army. So we used to say service before self and breakfast before service. So unless you have breakfast for that day, you don't have energy to bear with the rest of the training, because lunch बहुत late होती है. You get to do lunch at around 1:32 in the afternoon. So with that amount of intense training which you have done the previous night and the day's morning, you don't get to skip breakfast. If you do, you'll suffer a lot. Energy nahi milta. You may uh, pass away, pass out, pass away is she, not pass away. You may pass out somewhere during training. So yeah, you have breakfast and then you go for your regular training. That is mostly indoors. You are taught service subjects, firing. If there are outdoor classes scheduled, let's say horse riding or swimming or uh, on ground LN, there are these lectures also that happen, which are live demos. LND बोलते हैं उसको. uh, Sorry, बोल रहा हूँ यार, इसका term बोल रहा हूँ. Something they used to call, which are LDs, I think. Uh, Live demos of some activities. I'm forgetting the term for it. So those happen. So depending on that day's schedule, and indoor training is not actually indoor. They make you do funny things inside the classrooms also. So if you are found to be sleeping, you are either in legs up, hands down position, or in your push up position, or just standing or doing murgi murga, whatever, anything which makes you physically suffer, they make you do while teaching also. That happens in your classes, and you learn some stuff. Most of the time you are dozing off only, because the entire day you are physically tortured. So utna focus nahi aata, and indoor classes are meant for sleeping in academy. Not really, but that's how we take it. So yeah, you try to focus. अगर नहीं आया तो आधा नींद. And that's where you also practice how to sleep with your eyes open. So that's a very good skill which these academies teach. I use that in MBA right now, because रात भर I keep doing my assignments or working on these SSB mentorship programs, and सुबह क्लास जाके focus करना नहीं होता. So I sleep with my back straight, eyes open, and properly doze off 1 or 2 hours. Yeah, that skill is coming in handy now. So yeah, that happens for a few hours till afternoon. Then you go for your lunch, and then if you haven't done any major mistakes, major sins over the last 1 or 2 days, you get to take a little bit of rest in the afternoon, around 1 hour. Otherwise, your seniors have reserved some punishments for you, so you get to do them after your lunch, and then you proceed for your games. Games usually start at 4:30 in the evening. From then to 2 hours, let's say 6 to 6:30, you are doing your outdoor games. Uh, Academy में troop games, that is your team games, are given top priority. So you play either football or basketball or volleyball or hockey. So any term you have two games, and these are highly prestigious competitions which happen inside academy, and you try to win. So you do intense practice. There will be some captain, senior or junior, who is the best in that game within your company. So he'll be leading, and you will be learning the game. If you are a complete fresher for that game, let's say I had never played basketball before joining IMA, so I had to learn from scratch. But football to some extent I knew, hockey to some extent I knew. So उसमें भी basics से they try to teach you. So yeah, that's how you spend your evening, and then once you come back, your study period starts. So usually 6:30 से नहीं, 7 से शुरू होता है. So once you come back from games again, you have to freshen up and sit for study period. Open door study period होती है. You change into proper formals. academy muftis with your tie, with all the things set in place after your cabin is set in proper inspection, ready position. You sit for your study and doors open hoti hai. At that time, your platoon commanders, company commander can come for inspection. They may check if you are studying or not. तो टेक्निकली स्टडी पीरियड होती है बट उसमें भी फर्स्ट टर्म में ज्यादा पढ़ाई नहीं होता फिजिकली होती है सो इवन ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम योर सीनियर्स विल कॉल यू एंड मेक यू डू ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ फिजिकल स्टफ टू make you achieve those PT standards as early as possible. Then you go for dinner, and then after dinner and lights out time, technically 10:30 is the lights out time in IMA. That's when real training starts. That is when all your seniors are free and you are also there as this innocent first timer. Know nothing about training, know nothing about fitness. So they make you do all the real torture, real punishments at night. और 10:30 से अगर शुरू हुआ तो I told you about these punishments, right? Patti parade, Masuri nights. These are a few examples, but there are a lot of such techniques to make life hell for you. So those things start after 10:30 lights out time के बाद फिर वो चलती है around 1 2 3 जब भी senior का mood हो and depending on the standards you have achieved, depending on how much you have pissed them off. So you get to do these extra trainings and then you go to sleep. If you are lucky, you would have slept at around 11:30, 12. If you had extra punishments, then you go around 2, 2:30, 3. Sometimes if you have done too many mistakes, then you get to go for next day's PT directly. You don't get to sleep. You are relieved at, let's say, 4, 4:30 in the morning. And then you go get ready and directly go for that day's PT. Yeah, that's how routine is. And next day again, the alarm goes off at around 4:45, 5 in the morning, and life repeats all these things which I told. Day 2, day 3 ऐसे होता रहेगा. Who washes the clothes in academy? They get ruined every day. There are dhobies. Thankfully, we don't get to wash our own clothes, except your innerwear, except your socks. You don't wash your own clothes. There are civilian staff who do it. Yeah, you get to take their assistance. And yeah, every day on a daily basis, you have clothes which get dirty, which get muddy, shabby, sweaty, everything. So you need to keep getting them clean. Mm, what was the next question? Daily routine, bol diya. How did you feel during passing out parade? You feel like God. You feel you have done the toughest training in the world and you finally arrived. And our POP was all the more special also because after a long, long time, the President of India came as the reviewing officer, Ramnath Kovind back then. And unfortunately, 3 days before our POP, we lost CDS General Bipin Rawat. He was also supposed to accompany the president for our passing out parade, but unfortunately, he passed away in that unfortunate helicopter crash, and we missed him. There was a short morning also during our POP for General Rawat, and otherwise, it was all glamorous. Before the POP, 2 3 days, वो माहौल शुरू हो जाती है. Your parents and close people would have come to Dehradun to witness the POP. You get to meet them. Uh, where you have already done a lot of practice, lot of drill. Uh, Last 1.5 2 months of academy is POP practice only. So you have done a lot of practice for the drill. So you get to display it finally in front of the world. It is streamed on all channels on major YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. So you are ready for it. You are ready for all the glamour, glory. So it's a great feeling. And finally, you have come to the end of this rigorous 1.5 years of training. So it's a different feel. It's a great feeling, and you're also excited for life ahead, life as an officer, as a lieutenant, captain, major, so on. So that's you can't describe it. You just have to feel it. So all the best. At least a few of you, I hope, get to experience that feeling. It's a different feeling. You just feel like God because you have done all the training which seemingly felt impossible during the beginning, and you are there standing to become lieutenants in few minutes. So it's a good feeling. Something about drill. Drill is drill. Yeah, I personally don't like drill, but once you learn it, it becomes your second nature. You get to walk with your chin up, shoulder out. Yeah, it's important to learn drill. and it's also torture when you don't know it. Initial phases at least is very difficult. Oh yeah, drill was drill. अब उसके बारे में और क्या बोलना. It was tough. It was tough for me. It was tough for most of us. But once you do it, once you pass all your tests, you learn how to walk. You learn how to behave. वो military grooming etiquette बहुत सिखाती है drill. Yeah, drill ustads are, oh my god, these badass drill ustads. They make life the most miserable for you, and these are the people who are, oh, most you are most afraid of these people more than your seniors, more than your officer instructors. These are the people who make life hell for you. So yeah, the ustads, oh my god, I still remember my ustads. They tortured us to that extent. But yeah, those are the people you remember also because they have imparted the maximum learnings, maximum training to you. Great respect for them, and also during that time we used to hate them a lot. So yeah, but after you pass out, you respect them, you stay in touch with them. So, yeah. Hmm. Why it's always रगड़ा? Because जितना रगड़ा उतना तगड़ा. तो तगड़ा होने के लिए रगड़ा लेना पड़ता है. तो that's why it's always रगड़ा. जय हिंद बोल रहे लोग आपको. Please speak English. I don't understand Hindi. Oh my God, sorry. I'm trying to speak maximum in English, but uh, there are some things which can't be conveyed with that emotion in English. थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी in between, if you may. आप एनडीए में थे क्या? No, I was not in NDA. I went to IMA directly through CDS entry. Okay, okay. Hmm. Are you live or is this recording? Who is asking this? Manisha. This is live, yeah. I'll record this later probably, but currently it is live. Arey, who is this guy, Mishra? Playing recording on YouTube. नहीं यार, this is live. I'm taking your name. So, and recording YouTube में क्यों play करूँगा? Yeah, it is live. Whatever. Not an NCC student. Any farak for CDS? Doesn't matter. I was also not in NCC. Many of us were not in NCC. My course mates, juniors, seniors. So doesn't matter much. How was your experience as a senior in academy? Did you have fun with your juniors like your own seniors? Yes, it always passes on. Oh, whatever things your seniors made you do, most of them and a few improvisations on what they made you do, you make your juniors also do. So yeah, it was good fun. When you become seniors, you get fun aside, you get a lot of responsibility. It is your responsibility to groom the next generation of officers, the next course of officers. So yeah, it's a great responsibility, and you learn a lot while teaching also. Yeah, it is fun. You make a lot of fun of them. You make life hell for them, but later you become good friends. You become really close people. Yeah, it was a good experience teaching juniors. What else? How was cross country? It's highly decorated. Yes, cross country was crazy because ek to the route is very tough. You have all these kacha routes and ups and downs, so काफी मुश्किल. And while coming back, that is almost close to 9 to 10 kilometers into the race, you get this very daunting upslope. It's called Karyappa slope in IMA. So वहाँ पे it's a real differentiator between fattus and real men because it's very difficult after the speed and intensity you maintained across the run to maintain that jog pace at least on a very steep upslope is very difficult. And your officer instructors, your seniors or your PT ustads are usually standing on that upslope to see if you can cross it running. Your thighs, your body has already almost given up with all the fast running that you have done with the highest effort you can put in. And then towards the upslope, you get to feel real pain when you are almost done, exhausted. That upslope comes. almost after close to 9-10 kilometers of run. That's very tough. And then later there's another 2.5 kilometer straight stretch across the Chetwood building and then towards the Hoshiar Singh Gymnasium. So yeah, overall, cross country is a terrific experience. You get to push your limits a lot. There are people who have done extremely good in academic cross country running and later on gone to where you get to do marathons, ultra marathons really easily because academic cross country has set really high standards. So if you can do that, if you can do well there, then in the civilian world you can excel in a lot of running, long distance running competitions at least. And it is highly decorated because it's one such event where your entire company gets to participate together, and it's a very manly event. When I say man, it's a gender neutral word. Please forgive me if there is any female aspirant, don't get offended. When you say manly, it's not referring to male or female. It's just a ballsy game. So we had our instructor, I don't want to name him, Major Alpha Bravo. Let's call him Major Alpha Bravo. So he used to say there are only two manly games that test spunks in your balls. Those are boxing and cross country running. Because see, cross country is high intensity running for an extended duration. So after every point, after every second, your body is trying to give up. It is screaming you to slow down or stop. But you keep pushing it to an extent where no, you're almost done. At the end of your cross country, you have no energy remaining. You either fall down or you know just sleep for a while without feeling anything, and it's a different uh, कैसे बताऊं? Like let's say you compare it with weight training. Weight training is you lifting a dumbbell for let's say 20-25 reps. You get to take rest, you get to recoup, and then you start. At one level, you give up after a point. But cross country running is mind game. You are battling your body every second, and that too to an extended period of time, close to 40, 45, 50 minutes of intense running, which is extremely tough. So that's why it's that highly regarded. And if you win the cross country, then there's good amount of respect that you get from your instructors, from your seniors, everywhere. And you get to enjoy certain privileges also if you win the cross country. And we did that in our third term of IMA. Kohima company won the cross country, and we were rewarded a lot. बहुत बड़ा केक आती है, celebration होता है, and you must have seen on social media how people celebrate when the cross country winners are announced. NDMA, IMMA. Yeah, that level of celebration you get to experience only after around 1.5, 2 months of extreme hard work. Yeah, very. First term, we came 15th. We were in first term. Our seniors had set a bad benchmark. We came 15th in the cross country out of 16 companies competing. In our second term, when we took over most of the training, we came fifth. And in our third term, when we were the people leading our company, we came first. So it was a steep progress 15th, then fifth, then first out of 16 companies. We won the cross country in our third term. And we won the best in sports also. There were really good sportsmen. I was a very average, below average, in fact, in sports. Volleyball, basketball, football, hockey. I was in the teams, but I was not a very great player. But there were really good sportsmen in our company. So overall, we came first. And there were these bonding exercises also, which were newly introduced in IMA during that time. And Abhi, if you follow Indian Military Academy on Instagram, you will find every 1 month, every 2 months, these bonding exercises happen. So those were introduced during our times. So we won a few of those bonding exercises as well. So overall, we came first in sports, and cross country we had anyway won. Jam sessions in academy, yeah, very much. Most of our third term, at least the weekends, if no punishments were lined up, yeah, jam sessions used to happen frequently. Have you drink in IMA? No, yeah, I have never drunk in IMA. The first time I drank was during my dining in ceremony after I got commissioned. I've never drunk otherwise in life. I was a teetotaler completely. When I was in IMA, also I never drank. Mm. Sir, you passed out in 2021, right? Yes, 2020 October is when I joined, and 2021 December, 11th December 2021 is when I got commissioned, passed out of IMA. Hussein Basha, what's up? How did you people celebrate festivals in IMA? Used to get biryani in Eid or other delicacies in Holi Diwali? Yes, हाँ, होली, दिवाली ये सब अलग सी होती है because you get to experience it with all your best buddies, your course mates, right? So your platoon commander, your company commander will bring sweets